Hi, wait, hold up. Hi, what are you doing here? Oh my goodness, I feel like it's been so long. How are you?
Samso Mag. So.
Oh my god. Yeah. No, totally. Oh, how am I doing? Well, you know, just girl bossing too close to the sun and all that. you know. I have consumed so much coffee today. It's like so many thoughts are just skydiving through my brain as we speak. And I thought, hey, now is the perfect time to turn on my vlogging camera and just talk to an inanimate object who will soon become you people, hopefully, if you're watching this. Don't really know why you would want to watch this. Let me know in the comments below why you would ever want to watch a vlog about me. Hello, my friends. Welcome to this extremely apparently chaotic reading vlog of mine. I have just finished filming my June TBR and I was still pretty happy. I was still pretty excited to be sitting down to be like, you know, properly attired instead of just on my PJs, in my PJs. I'm really struggling. I don't know why, but like recently I've really been struggling and trying to know which word is correct. Like if it's on or if it's in or if it's at or if it's, you know what I mean? Like there's just so many different instances where I get it wrong and I just feel very inadequate, but hopefully I'm not alone in that. I just feel like it's very confusing. I just wish there were like this cheat sheet that I could have just memorized in my brain and I wouldn't even have to think about it. I would just know. But you know, that's just me and wishful thinking. So that's how my brain is doing. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing wonderful. I hope you're doing well. And if you're not, hopefully this vlog brings you a little bit of a safe space to feel whatever it is that you need to feel. If you just need to put this in the background, if you just need to put this vlog as background noise, then feel free to do that. My brain is just currently so crowded. It's just better to get it out than just keep it in. So yes, with that introduction, hi, welcome to this reading vlog. I don't know what my week is going to look like because I recently came back from a trip to a Taylor Swift concert. Yes, indeed. So I am still, you know, going through my post Taylor Swift depression era. And it hasn't been the easiest because it's like every day I wake up. Every day I wake up wanting to be back in that moment and living and feeling what I felt in that crowd of 65,000 people. And it was just one of the best things that I've experienced in my whole entire life. So it's kind of hard to come back home and just not look forward to a Taylor Swift concert anymore. I mean, who knows? Maybe when she announces her European dates, I'll just hit up my European friends and be like, hey, can I come with you? I don't have that many reading plans this week. I really just want to focus on watching anime. I know I shouldn't. I know I should be like a tiny bit more productive and read the books on my June TBR, but like all my mind can think of recently is just One Piece. I'm so sorry for being that girl. I'm so sorry for being so basic, but One Piece has pathologically, metaphorically, emotionally, statistically taken over my life, and I'm honestly not mad about that. I didn't really protest too much to the fact that my life is now One Piece. I'm really not mad about that. I feel like my life is honestly so much fuller and so much better with One Piece in my life, with Luffy and Zoro and Robin and Nami and Sanji and Chopper. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it, but for those of you who are interested in my One Piece journey, I'm currently on for those of you who are interested in my One Piece journey, I am currently on episode 167, which is the Skypiea arc. I'm really enjoying it. I don't know why some people skip the whole arc because it is so funny. Like, literally, it shouldn't be this funny. It's criminally funny, and I love that. So I've just been having so much fun watching One Piece with Sunny. Sunny, if you're watching this, Ew, what are you doing here? I am reading, okay? I am being a tiny bit responsible, and I am doing something that I probably should have done a couple of weeks ago, and that is prioritize Cien Años de Soledad by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. I honestly don't even remember when I started this. Hold up, let me look at my Notion. I started Cien Años de Soledad May 2nd. Okay, first just look at my lock screen. I love it so much. But anyways, we are currently in the 7th of June. That is the day that I am living right now. I don't know when you're going to be seeing this, but yes, it is currently June 7th, which means January, March, April, May, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've been reading Cien Años de Soledad for 1 month and 5 days. And I mean, that's okay. I wasn't expecting. Actually, I was pretty sure it was going to take me at least 2 months to finish Cien Años just because of how intimidating it is. And even though it only has 470 pages, every page feels like a battle that I have to fight. So I'm not really surprised, and I'm trying not to be too hard on myself for taking so much time and neglecting this book, because there were like 2 weeks in May where I just didn't even think about this book. I didn't even want to touch it. The more time that passed, the more that my fear of this book just kept on growing. But yesterday I decided that enough was enough. I'm going to be picking this book up again and just reading as much as I can. I was doing some reading sprints with my simpers, and having them there with me and knowing that they were also trying to reach their goals was just very motivating to me. So I actually managed to read quite a lot of pages. I officially made it halfway through Cien Años de Soledad, which I am very, very proud of. So, you know, pat in the back. I'm usually not proud of myself, so like this is a momentous occasion in my life. But I'm on page 269, a total of 470 pages. I literally have the ending marked. This is the last page, and this is what I'm missing. So, you know, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that much. So now I think that I'm going to read a little bit of Cien Años de Soledad. I do have some editing that I need to get done, but that shouldn't take me too much. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I feel like I've been getting my editing game better. Like, I've been perfecting my editing techniques, I guess you could say. So hopefully it won't take me like 7 hours to edit this 2-hour footage that I have, and hopefully you will have seen that video before this vlog, because otherwise it's not going to make sense. But I just really appreciate the noise of tabs together. Wait, I really want to show you this one book. Wait, give me 1 second. I recently finished reading this. This is literally the first book that I finished in the month of June, and look at the amount of tabs. Look at that. That's crazy. Wait, focus on the tabs. There we go. And okay, let's just shh, everybody quiet. I'm sorry, isn't that so good? That is so satisfying. And you know, I can't really do it well because the book is actually not that big. Like, compared to this is, you know, I have more real estate to work with. Where am I going with this? The point is, I really enjoy this sound. I hope you guys do too, because otherwise I'm just annoying you with this noise that I'm making. But anyways, I really wanted to show you guys this book because apart from the tabs, just look. Just look at this, okay? This book is Nausea, or Nausea, because I really hate that word in English. It just doesn't sound right. Pero, sorry, but Nausea, written by Jean-Paul Sartre. He is a French philosopher. Well, he was. He is dead. I will be honest, I don't recommend this if you're currently going through like an existential crisis, because basically Sartre, his philosophy was that life is absurd. You know, the fact that we're alive right now, the fact that we exist, and the fact that objects exist and that we get to interact with them and that we have influence over things in this earth, it's crazy. It makes no sense. There is no real reason behind the things that happen in life. Things just sort of happen. There really is no meaning behind it all. And in the story of Nausea, we are following this man who is disgusted by his own existence. He's literally so appalled by the fact that he exists that he basically just has a mental breakdown, a mental and physical breakdown. It becomes so overwhelming, the mere fact that he exists and that he has to live on this earth, in this earth. Okay, the fact that he has to be alive is so overwhelming. He gets physically sick at the prospect of having to live. And honestly, this book just hit like a little bit too close to home, and it made me realize things that I would have rather not. You know how they say ignorance is bliss? I agree. Like, I would have preferred to remain stupid and ignorant instead of having this in my brain right now. But with all of that said, I actually really enjoyed this book. As you can see by all of the tabs, I feel like Sartre has some really good points. Unfortunately, like, I wish he weren't right, but he is. He is so right, it hurts. Like, at one point I was just like, ayo, calm down. My man is having a full-on existential crisis, because that's literally what he was having. And, you know, we respect a man who realizes just how absurd living is and just how crazy it is, the times that we are living. But like, can you not infect me with your sickness, because I don't want it. I really don't want. I don't want to live with this knowledge. I really don't. Like, I want to be back to not knowing. I want to not be aware of the things that are happening. This is such a great representation of anxiety on an overstimulated mind. It's exactly this. And it's just this man truly, just wholeheartedly spiraling to the depths of hell. I really wouldn't recommend this if you're currently struggling with finding meaning in your life. Yeah, like, this is not gonna heal your lost soul. It's just gonna make you feel even more lost, and it's going to just make you question your own existence, which I feel like, you know, from time to time, it makes for an interesting conversation, or like an interesting icebreaker. Like, hey, so have you been feeling existential lately? Like, what does life truly mean? What is the meaning of existence? Those are like some cute conversation starters just to like start the party off. You know, it's not something that I would like to be thinking about constantly, because I just think that I would actually go insane. I'm not even kidding. Like, I don't know how this man did it. I don't know how he wrote a whole book about it and didn't go out crazy. But I mean, thank you for sharing. This is a man that has just grown very isolated. He has no friends. He doesn't really talk to anyone. The only person that he talks to is himself. But then he grows so disgusted by himself, not because he's ugly or repugnant in any sense, but just like the fact that he thinks, and that because he thinks he exists, or because he exists, he thinks. No, es que yo no sé, no te lo puedo explicar. I just can't. I can't explain it. My English brain is rotting, but it's a beautiful book. I don't know how to explain it, bro. I don't know. Honestly, I kind of saw myself in this book, and I don't think I like that. So I'm gonna be putting it down. I really enjoyed it. Like, I can't wait to talk to you guys more about this book in my wrap up. But like, we have 30 days until the June wrap up. So I just had to talk about it now, because I finished this, I think 2 days ago. Still thinking about it. Still low-key have an existential crisis. But hey, as long as I can share it with you, it's worth it, right? Anyways, I think now I am going to go back to Cien Años de Soledad. I really want to finish the chapter that I'm currently on, which I think is chapter 12. And once I finish that, we'll just see where the day takes us, I guess. So I hope you're having a lovely day whenever you're watching this. I hope you enjoy the rest of the vlog, and I will see you later. my eye, which is ironic because eyelashes are supposed to protect your eye, not harm it. And yet here we are. But anyways, hi. Hello my friends, welcome. I have some reading updates, which is actually insane because I haven't been in the biggest reading mood, but something in the last couple of days just kind of switched in me, and now I'm devouring books left and right. Like, I finished one book maybe on Sunday, and then on Monday I read like 300 pages of another book. So like, life in regards to reading is going amazing. Thank you so much for asking. The first book, I'm just going to mention it because I don't want this book to be related to me in any way. Like, I don't want you to see this book and think of me. I really don't want that. Like, I want you guys to feed my delusion, or let me feed the illusion that this never happened. I never read this book, but just for the sake of the record, you know, like just to let the record show that I finished 100 años de soledad, or 100 years of solitude, by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Yeah, I finished it, and that's it. That's all I'm going to say about that, because honestly, my mom taught me that if I had nothing nice to say, I shouldn't say anything at all. So hey, I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment right. I am not an American citizen. I am not living in the United States of America. I feel like that's going to be news to some of you because for some reason, a lot of you think I'm American. I'm really not. Yes, I'm not speaking about that book, and I think that's my right as a human. So let's move on. Because after I finished 100 años de soledad, I was like, okay, I think I'm ready to tackle yet another book that I've been reading for quite some time, and for some reason or other, I just haven't continued reading it. And that is the collected works of Khalil Gibran. This morning I was halfway through this book, but today I had to run a lot of errands and I had to do a lot of waiting, so I took this book along with me, and I am now officially here. This is where I am. I'm in page 497. Oh, I am so close to the end. I can feel it. Like, this is all I'm missing. That is insane to me because it feels like I've been reading this book for like the past 3 months. I'm not sure if that's correct. It's probably not, but it just feels very long. And I'm actually really enjoying it because when I put it down, I was reading stories that I wasn't really connecting with them, and it was really hard for me to enjoy them or like take anything away from them. But when I started to read this morning, the stories were just hitting, you know, the way that the author was writing about certain topics and the way that his writing is just so beautiful and so lyrical. I started feeling it again and I started loving it again. So I feel like that's why I read so much this morning while I was waiting in waiting rooms. Okay, all right, okay, I see. Anyways, yes, I'm really proud of myself for doing or making so much progress in reading this book, and maybe, who knows, I'll even finish this weekend. It is currently Thursday. Happy Thursday, my dude. I just started this new section that's called Spirits Rebellious. So there we go. It looks very interesting. And then the next section, which is probably the one that I'm most excited for because it's the one that so many people have told me to be excited for, and that is The Broken Wings. This is kind of scary. That's very scary. The Broken Wings. So I am excited to see how I'm going to feel about The Broken Wings because I've heard so many people tell me that I was going to love it and that I should prepare tissues because it is heartbreaking but beautiful. Am I actually going to be finishing the collected works of Khalil Gibran in June? It sounds like a dream. Hopefully I can make it come true. Apart from this, I've also started another book, and that is a book that's kind of like making me spiral yet again. Like, I feel like I've been reading a lot of existential books that focus a lot on the absurdity of life, and I didn't do that willingly. I didn't do that consciously. Like, I didn't know that Sartre and Camus had the same type of philosophy, and now I'm reading Notes from the Underground by Dostoevsky, and I mean, so far I've read 42 pages and I have annotated every single page, and it's exciting in a way because the way that our main character thinks, it's very shocking, and he has a lot of valid points, but it makes for a very tiring reading experience because you can't just read this book. You need to analyze what this character is telling you and where he's coming from, and you have to understand what he's saying. It requires at least 80% of your brain functionality, and yeah. When I pick up this book, I need to like sit down with my pen, with my dictionary, with my ruler, with my annotation kit. You know, it's this whole process, it's this whole ordeal. So it's a very heavy reading progress or reading process, reading journey, but I'm really enjoying it. I just know that it's going to take me quite a long time. Like, it is so short, but this is probably going to take me longer than the Brothers Karamazov. I can just feel it. But I'm not mad about that because I'm enjoying this so much more than the Brothers Karamazov, and I'm only 42 pages in. What can I tell you about this book so far? I don't know. Like, so far we're following this man, and he is 40 years old, and he lives a very secluded existence. He is very lonely. He has no friends. The only person that he talks to is himself, and he has some very contradicting ideals and contradicting thoughts and opinions inside of himself. Like, at times he wants us to believe he's like this cynical person, but then in the next paragraph he's like, actually, I just lied to you. So you kind of have to like keep an open mind and just be aware that this person is trying to portray himself as something that he's not, because he's kind of trying to make himself feel better about the conditions and just where his life has taken him. That's really honestly all I can tell you from the 42 pages that I've read so far. I'm excited to see where it's going to go, but I don't really think this is one of those books that has like a plot. It's more just like, you know, this one man that has a lot of ideas, a lot of opinions, and he wants to discuss them with us. So I'm excited to continue. I'm a little scared, if I'm being honest, but hey, it's all part of the ride. And when I'm not reading, or like when I'm not feeling philosophical, poetic, when I don't really want to use 80% of my brain, I do have another book that I am about to start reading, which is my Patreon June book club pick for the month, and that is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I am very, very excited for this book. One, because I have already seen a few of my Patreons who have read this and who have absolutely adored it. So that is very exciting to me, and I feel like it's been a while since I read a fantasy book that has really gripped me and excited me. And I know that this one has dragons. I think there's like enemies to lovers. I know there's like this tournament, and I'm like really big on tournaments, so I'm excited. But also, so many people have told me to keep my expectations low, and I'm a pro at having zero expectations. At this point, I've been so disappointed by life and by books that having zero expectations, it's my go-to mechanism. You know, I need to protect myself, and I found that I enjoy books most when I expect nothing from them. So I'm going into Fourth Wing with a very open mind. I just want some dragons, I just want some action, and I don't feel like that's asking for too much, so I'm excited. Hopefully this will be like a nice break from all of the philosophy and existentialism that I've been reading about lately, because yes, it's been interesting, it's been very eye-opening to read books like that, like Nausea and The Stranger, and now Notes from the Underground. Like, all of these authors have very interesting ideas that I've never really been exposed to, and that's made my brain work it's made my brain work more than it's used to, because, you know, I read for fun. But apparently in 2023, I'm reading to expand my mind in ways that I didn't know my brain could expand. You know what I mean? Like, I thought I knew what the limits of my knowledge were, but I was wrong. I was so wrong, bestie. And I don't know if I'm happy about this. I don't know if I'm stressed about this. Like, I don't even know if I want this, but it's happening. I keep having existential crises, and I keep spiraling because these new ideas are so provocative and they're so real, and they just hit the nail in the head. They've put into words things that I have maybe thought about but didn't really have the capacity or like the knowledge to understand. And like, I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I just know I'm not about to have yet another spiral on camera, so I'm going to stop thinking about this. I'm going to put myself first, and I'm just gonna focus on being silly and goofy for today because I've had enough of feeling existential. I just want to vibe. Like, I haven't vibed in so long. So I think for today, I'm definitely not going to be reading Notes from the Underground. Like, I need a break, my dude. But I will definitely be reading a little bit more of Khalil Gibran because I just really like how he sees the world. I think, okay, this is another thing. Nobody asked, but I'm gonna tell you anyways because I have no one to talk about this with. Like, that is a major reason. That's basically the only reason that I started my booktube channel. It's because I had so many opinions on the books that I was reading, but nobody in my life cares about them. And like, yeah, I forced my mom to listen to me, but she's just like, oh yeah, totally, I totally get it, sweetie, I totally get it. But it's like in one ear, out the other. But with you guys, at least one or two people that are watching care about what I'm about to say. So hey, if you're still here, I love you guys so much. Thank you for wanting to listen to my ramblings and my stupid opinions, and just not stupid, but just like silly. Like, you know, like it doesn't really mean anything, but it's just things that happen in my brain, and maybe you'll love my brain more than I do and you'll help me appreciate whatever it is that's happening up here. But anyways, I think I've been really good at balancing the type of books that I'm reading because, as I mentioned, I have been reading a lot of existential philosophical texts that go on and on about the absurdity of life and how, you know, it's meaningless. It means nothing. Nothing matters. But then on the other hand, I'm reading books that talk about how maybe life doesn't mean anything, but it's still beautiful, and nature is beautiful, humans are beautiful, love is beautiful, and life is meaningless as long as you don't give it meaning yourself. So, you know, I have two very opposing ideas and two very opposing theories that I'm consuming at the same time. So it's kind of like they cancel each other out, so I can't fully spiral because I'm reading books that remind me that maybe life is beautiful, even if it means nothing. Yeah, welcome to my brain. I hope you have a nice time. I think for today, I'm going to finish binge watching Never Have I Ever. Netflix randomly recommended it to me again. I did watch the first 2 seasons a while back, and then I never watched season 3, but now that season 4 came out, it popped up again on my Netflix, and I was like, you know, I'm not really watching anything at the moment, so like, why not? Might as well. I ended up crying in, I think it was episode 9 of season 3. There was a very beautiful scene between Davy and her mom. Yeah, I cried. It was stunning. And now I think I'm like in episode 5 or 6 of season 4. So I'm going to finish watching season 4 of Never Have I Ever, and then I am going to read a little bit more of Khalil Gibran. I don't know if I want to finish it today, but I want to finish the section that I'm in. I'm missing 67 pages to finish the section that I'm currently in, so I might try and finish that section and then just see where the day takes us. It's already like late afternoon and I am going out tonight, by the way. So I don't know, let me know what you guys have been reading lately. I'm honestly surprised by all of my reading updates. I did not think I was going to have such a successful reading week, and it's not even over. But I do have to, I know what I said. I wasn't going to talk about this book, but I just wanted to mention, I feel like it would have been literally impossible for me to finish this book if it weren't for the reading sprints that I did with my simps. So my fellow simpers, if you're watching this, thank you so much for motivating me to pick this book up and for believing in me even when I didn't, and for telling me that you're proud of me, because that honestly means the absolute world to me. I know it may seem ridiculous or silly and goofy. It really does make a difference. And I just wanted to thank you for being there for me. I'm really grateful for all of you. Even if you don't like every single video, even if you don't watch every single video or comment on them, your support means the absolute world. And it's crazy that I get to do what I love and that I get to just talk about everything that's going up on here, in here. let me not spiral yet again, but I'm just crazy grateful for every single one of you. And I just wanted to mention it because this literally would have not been possible if it weren't for you. I might as well show you how it looks, like the final product. There we go, a book fell. I didn't use that many tabs, but hey, something is something, algo es algo. I hope you're enjoying this vlog whenever you're watching this, and I will talk to you guys later. I'm looking kind of crazy, not gonna lie. Yeah, hi, how are we doing? I finished reading Beach Read. I don't even know if I told you guys. Well, if you watched my June TBR, you probably knew I was going to read this, but in this vlog, I didn't really mention that I was planning on reading this book. But hey, I went to the beach and it just felt like the natural progression of things to take this book with me and read it at the beach. I was really wondering if I should use in or on. I'm on the sand, but also I'm in the sand. Am I in the ocean or am I on it? You know what I mean? Like all of these questions have just been running through my brain nonstop. But anyways, I was at the beach and I took Beach Read with me and I loved it. Emily Henry just has this deathly grip on me and my emotions, and she just knows how to manipulate me in the best way possible. Like, I love being manipulated by women. I just had to say it. Excluding Happy Place, I just wanted to remind myself why I love Emily Henry so much, and that's why I kind of wanted to reread Beach Read. And also I was just feeling very summery, so I reread this. The first time that I read it, I think it was in 2020 or 2021. And this was honestly such an experience. I mean, just look at the amount of tabs. That looks actually insane. Wait, hold up. Look at the amount of tabs that I used on Beach Read. That's just crazy to me. Oh my goodness. And yeah, I just love so much. I am such a hopeless romantic and I loved Beach Read by Emily Henry. I mean, obviously the tabs speak for themselves. And now that I've read Beach Read, which by the way was a 5 out of 5 stars, if you're wondering, I think it's pretty obvious, but yes, now that I've read Beach Read, I'm kind of toying with the idea of rereading People We Meet on Vacation because I've only read this one once and I read it while I was also at the beach, so I didn't annotate it. It has like literally one annotation. Wait, that's not even the page. It has one annotated page. but I am pretty sure there are other moments that I loved and I just didn't get to annotate because I didn't have my annotation materials with me. Oh. Wasn't expecting to open up on a sex scene, but that's all right. That's something to look forward to. I know I said I was toying with the idea, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be also rereading People We Meet on Vacation because I just loved reliving beach read so much. Like, why would I stop myself from getting more serotonin from Emily Henry? So I know that I'm reading a lot of philosophical books at the moment, but I think that this is going to be like a nice little break from all the thinking that goes on when I'm reading those books. So yeah, I'm really happy with all of the books that I've been reading this week. Again, I think I mentioned this before, but I just was not planning to read so much this week, but I'm really happy that I did. I think I'm re-falling back in love with reading because I think since April, I just really haven't been feeling the reading mojo. I've been really focused on One Piece. Yes, not that I'm mad about that. I have mentioned this before, but my life is so much better with One Piece in it, and I would not change a single thing. But because I've been focusing so much on One Piece, that does mean that my attention for reading has been dwindling, and it kind of has taken not the back seat, but like the trunk of the car, because the back seat, I'd say, would be other animes. So One Piece is currently driving my car. I'm in the passenger seat. In the back seat, we have other animes and maybe my family. And then in the trunk of the car, I would say is my reading habit, which is not the best. Yeah, so I'm hoping to change that. Maybe I can upgrade to a bigger car so that all of my hobbies can fit. Okay, this metaphor is getting out of hand. But anyways, I'm just really happy with the books that I've been reading this week, and I am so excited to share them with you in my wrap up and just these vlogs. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog because I think it's about time to bring it to an end. Like, what else can I talk about except myself, which would just be a disaster. So yeah, I think I'm going to end the vlog here. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It really helps my channel out, and it helps me keep doing what I love to do, which is these videos for you guys. I also have a Patreon where I post exclusive content like reading vlogs, and I host reading sprints and readathons. So if that is something that would be interesting to you guys, the link is down below as always. I would love to have you join my army of premium simpers. Once again, I really hope you guys enjoyed, and if you're still here, leave this emoji in the comments below so that I know that you're a true simp and you stay on to the end. I think that's it for me on this side. I think we're done. I love you all so much. I hope you're having a fantastic day whenever you're seeing this, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Hey Jimmy, you nice. Keep going.